So Hidden Springs, I wasn't there for very long. We were in a trio when we were in Hidden Springs. We had Hidden Springs in Boise 13th, which was the very center of Boise, and that was very crazy. But Hidden Springs, they have their own little community, and they're very wealthy, I would say, more wealthy than the rest. So they had like really nice homes and not so many members. It's very small, and you drive from Boise probably like 15 minutes to get there. And just really nice people, very polite, very reserved people, I would say. So we had a kind of hard time getting doors open. A lot of the members told us to not really knock on doors, so we would work more with the members and trying to visit the people that were less active. So it was a tough area, but it was very pretty, and the people were very nice in general. So that was fun to serve there. We actually had to drive. We were trying to find this house it was a par member family, so the lady was a member and her husband wasn't. And we got to this, really strange place that said, like, do not pass. And we're like, okay, well, we're pretty sure, like, the GPS is telling us to go to this place, so we have to pass. So we passed, and then we talked to a guy. So we drove for about 5 minutes, and then we talked to this guy. And he said, well, her house is over there. And so we had to, like, drive another, 5 minutes to get to her house. So we had driven a lot to get to her house. And we were actually with a member that was thinking about going on a mission. Our stake was doing a missionary day, and so she was with us deciding if she wanted to go on a mission or not. So we were 4 of us, 3 full-time missionaries and then her. And we got to this house, and her husband opened the door, and he let us in, and we were confused because, we've heard things about, that family that we were sure, and they were older. He was probably in his late 80s, I would say. And so he called his wife, and she came, and she sat down, and they both talked to us for a long time. And then, she told us that she would record songs, so she took us downstairs, and her songs were pretty funny. She talked to us, about her life a little bit, and she told us how she was grateful that we had come by and talked to her, and she hadn't had visits in a while. And when we, reported that we had that visit with Bishop, he was very surprised because he told us that they never let anybody else in. And so it was just like a little miracle, and just to know that we got into that house in the middle of the mountains, that it was just a really cool experience, just getting there and just finding out later, like, oh, nobody have gotten to the house in like years. And so just like little tender mercies and just getting to know that family a little bit more. But Hidden Springs, it was just far, a little bit, far from what we were used to it, because everything was so close together. And so if you went to serve in Hidden Springs or Star, you were like in the, exiled from the mission, but not really. But yeah, Hidden Springs, we had a lot of people with good careers, like doctors, dentists, just very, very good careers that would pay very well. So they fed us really good food too. That was really nice. But yeah, it was really good, like, to see, just to come from like one area that everybody's poor and everybody's struggling, and then go to an area that like everybody is, has a good career and they have good lives. I would say that when people are not really happy with their lives, at least that's what I've noticed, that they tend to kind of search for something else because they want something different. They want to feel different. And so I think that's why I loved so much serving in more poor areas, because people would be more humble to accept something else, to try something else, And so I think that was very good that I served in Boise, because that's how Brazil is like. a lot of the people would be very receptive to the gospel because they have nothing else. And so they're trying something different. And so I really liked all those areas, but Hidden Spring was really fun. Just have, something different than when I was used to it.